Hello, everyone. Welcome back to your weekly BOC Podcast. Today, we are joined by Taj, also known as Little Mitch.
Howdy, brothers.
We're also joined by Keone, aka Meme Lord.
What's good, nigga?
We are also here with Cole, also known as Default, also known as Clazy.
Hey.
And Travis, also known as Disrespectful Vom.
Keone demonetized us.
Oh.
We're also here with George, also known as Young Toe Rag.
What's going on?
We're also joined by James, also known as Uncle Winnie.
G'day.
And last but not least, we're here with Arion, also known as Jewish Nazi. How's it going, boys?
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
Mean. So, what's been happening in your guys' lives?
Work.
Yeah, same.
Hey Cole.
Yeah, Cole, work hard to play hard.
So Cole,
Do the mic, get the treats.
So Cole started his first day of his job today. So where are you working, Cole?
The mighty team.
Fucking classy.
McDonald's.
Yeah. Just working in the barbecue section, you know how it is.
Yeah. What do you do
Hook me
there?
up with a good grill.
The barbecue.
Yeah, well, I'll hook you up with the main grill, G.
I like cooking my truck.
Huh?
Did they just give that to you or did you ask for it?
Nah, I mean, they just gave it to me.
If I'm seeing Cole cooking sausages, bro, I'm not buying sausages, goddamn.
Hey!
He's Hey, what you mean, bro? Hey, bro.
He's selling you a barbecue, not fucking sausage.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
oh,
What's your job? What's your job, Cole? Oh, I just sell sausages outside Bunnings.
Gee, I'm doing it for my sports team. $2 for the sausage.
Please, $1 for the fundraiser.
Yeah, G.
Yeah, gee. So, George, I hear you got into a little bit of a scrap
Scuffle.
earlier this week.
Yeah, Scrappy-o.
Yeah.
Yo, not gonna lie, dude. I looked at the picture, dude. Kind of looks like you got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
Nah, it looks
Like
like you
legit
straight
looks
just fucking head-butted the fuck out of something.
One hitter quitter and you were out.
Alright, everyone,
Wow.
hush now. George, what happened?
I'll just explain that photo. Now I got punched in the forehead out of all places.
Holy
Who
shit.
does that? Yeah, right between the eyes.
Yeah.
The forehead is not between the eyes. My head. Oh. You're a fucking
Carry
idiot.
on, Georgia.
So we're all just, drinking a little at the bro's place, eh? And it's like
What the bro?
it's probably like 1 a.m, and some random people walk in through his gate, and they're like,
How?
"Town's shut. We're here to party." And I thought they were his neighbors or something. So I went upstairs and got the bro, and he came back downstairs and he's like, "Who the fuck are you guys? Leave now." And one of them was alright, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we'll leave." And then the other one's like, "Oh, what are you gonna do about it, cunt?" And then pushed my mate out of the way, and then I was getting all up in his face, and then pushed me a little. I pushed him back, and then I grabbed him and started punching him, and I pushed him over the speaker system.
Oh.
Ratchet.
Shut up,
Hey.
Travis.
They got split up for a bit, and then we got them outside the door, and then there's like this little alleyway, and he's like yelling, "Fuck, 1LG, what's your fucking name?" And then he asked me what my name was, and I was like, "It's fucking George, bitch."
Yo.
And then he's like screaming all, "One outs," and he's like pushing over all these girls and shit like that.
Oh, what a fucking big kid.
I went up,
Ah.
pushed him, and punched him, and then there's like these crates, and he fell over these crates on top of them, and he hit his head on the concrete wall, and then I jumped on top of him, elbowed him, and then I started punching the shit,
Slipped it in.
and then I kneed
Now he's
him,
pregnant.
good step,
and
bro.
then we got split up, and they got chucked out on the street, and then yeah, that's basically it. The cops came, got all our details, everything like that, and then yeah.
Man.
Shit. Did he get in trouble with the cops?
No, I'm safe as. They're still looking for those guys, so
What assholes.
yeah, and they were
Fucking
24 years old.
me and Arion, when me and Arion had a party at the house in Dunedin.
Oh, that's right.
That was the second party we had. The first one was a banger, and the second one wasn't very good. the vibe was a little bit off, you know, and so anyway, we're just sort of enjoying the start of the night, and I just I forgot now what happened. Arion?
So like this guy, we don't know who the fuck he is because because I didn't know fuck all people, so I just knew this one girl, and I was like, yo, let's have a party, and I was kind of joking at the time. She's like, yeah, okay. So she pretty much just invites a bunch of...
like a girl.
That was hilarious. So she invites like, shut the fuck up, like a bunch of random people we didn't know, and then so it's all good at the start of the night, and then these bunch of like I think King's kids.
Nah, they were Bayfield kids.
Oh, really? Oh, even worse. Everybody know Bayfield's terrible. Not in Tauranga, in Dunedin, George.
You know.
No, he's in Bayfair.
Oh, never mind. I'm retarded. Shut up, cunt. I didn't even know what happened, but I came outside and this dude apparently took like 5 tabs, which is bullshit because that'd probably kill him.
He'd like die.
Yeah,
that's like so
was
much.
His first time as well, and
Bro, what a
Yeah, it was definitely not.
Nah, he took 3 tabs of acid apparently.
Oh, okay.
No, he took 3 tabs of acid, and I was inside at the time, and I just what cunt? No, fucking. I walk outside and I see Arion, and he like looks at me and he's like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on?" And I see this guy, and he's just like, looking at everyone, like, and he's like flexing Hundy, and he's like, "Bro, I'm so smart. I got like 200 IQ and shit. You see these Yeezys, bro? You see these Yeezys? You can't afford these Yeezys." And I'm like, "Oh,
so
okay."
annoying.
And then we're like, "You need to get the fuck out of the party, bro." And we're like, talk to his friends, like, you need to get him out because he's like just being a cunt. And we're like, "You need to get out." And then man knocks over the wheelie bin and rips out my mum's flowers, and I'm like, "Bro, you can't do that."
Bro, that's
No,
way
and then,
too far.
and then after that, I'm like, if you don't pick that up, you have to leave. And then he picks up one piece of rubbish and puts it back, and I'm like, carry on. And he's like, nah. And then he goes on about his Yeezys again. And then I push him into a corner and tell him to get the fuck off my property. And then his friend comes up to me and like pulls me away, like nicely though, and then starts beating him up as his friend. Oh, good.
He's like, let me handle this, my lady.
And
Start feeding the
and
shit out of him.
Him onto the road.
man goes all like before he got onto the road. Man goes all fucking like Dragon Ball Z fucking
That's
rage
right.
mode. Rips his shirt off, and he does this little squeal while he rips his shirt off. He's like, ah! And then
He does the same with his pants.
and he takes his pants off. He goes down. He starts screaming and smashing bottles and shit. And we're like, bro, fuck up. The neighbors are there because like we already had a bad encounter with one of the neighbors who threatened to move house because the party was too rowdy, and and last time, and then like he just ran down the road, and last time I saw him, he was running down the road in his jocks, and apparently yeah, the jocks and
legit, it was
Yeezys,
just jocks and Yeezys.
and I talked to someone after, and apparently he got picked up by his mummy.
Imagine that being picked up
By your mum, and you're
by
just
someone
wearing jocks
by
and
your
Yeezys.
the conversation in the morning, like,
Bro.
what happened?
At least he had his Yeezys, bro. You
Yeah.
can never get his Yeezys.
If he took them, I would have like sold them as soon as
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
Like Maddie's Jordans,
Oh
bro.
my god, she's a special one.
What happened with Maddie's Jordan's?
I'm pretty sure Ruby stole her Jordans or something. I don't even know.
Oh.
What's this? Sister.
Allegedly.
That's what everybody
Ooh.
thinks.
Yeah, that's and everyone's hating on her,
Yeah,
because
I
of it.
think so.
Who gives a
I-
fuck?
Yeah, I mean, fair enough, bro. If you're gonna fucking leave your Jordans out, it's
Yeah,
just
number
so
one
much.
rule of
If you're gonna
Jordans
take
is
the
don't
Jor-
take your Jordans off.
Yeah.
Like, the Jordans stay on during sex.
Or if it's Leo, it sucks.
The fucking hunting and fishing socks stay on during sex.
Yeah. I like my feet to feel warm and protected. Nah, the reason
Yeah,
I just
I-
leave my
yeah.
socks on is because I have ugly toes, so I don't want to like put the.
Dude, I can relate, bro. I don't take my socks off ever.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
Like, I don't
they
want-
get pretty stinky.
I don't want to be getting like all in the.
Make me feel insecure. I've got no
Nah,
socks on.
bro.
I don't
Dude,
want to. I
one
don't.
time-
I
yeah.
don't want to be getting all in like getting all hot and shit, and then I take my socks off, and then she just looks at my feet, and it's just like
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
desert.
I got beautiful woman feet, so I'm good.
Shut the fuck up,
Uh,
man. You don't. You got
Yeah, I
moldy
do.
feet.
Yeah, what? Moldies can be girls, cunt. Doesn't mean I can't.
Really?
Wait, they're girl moldy.
Wait.
Bro,
Nah, but
I
bullshit.
just said
Bullshit.
that I
Wait,
have
where's the
nice
proof?
woman
Where's the
feet.
proof?
Yeah.
No, guys,
Where's
I'm not the
proof it.
retarded
No,
one.
where's the proof?
I said I have nice woman feet. He said, no, they're moldy feet.
Yeah.
Nah, prove it.
What's wrong
Yeah.
with that?
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with
I
that?
never said there wasn't. What?
Whoa.
Oh,
Huh?
you're retarded.
Okay, guys, let's
You
step
heard my
away from
brain.
the racism.
Thanks for watching, everyone. No.
Wait.
Yeah, and plus, aren't you browner than me, cunt?
Who are you
Who?
talking to?
Who?
I was talking to Arion.
Me.
How the fuck is
Arion,
Arion?
like-
I'm
Orange.
He spent a year down under, so he's pretty white now.
Says
Yeah.
you, Travis. You're the whitest person on
Sis-
this.
Travis didn't
Travis didn't say shit.
Yes, he did.
It was
You're
James.
tripping.
No, he didn't, bro. He didn't say shit.
Travis is just innocently sitting there.
Yeah, it says you, Travis.
Arguing with
Travis
James.
is
Fucking Travis, bro, I swear to God.
Travis said it. Oh, I
Dude,
don't
you're
even know
tripping
what
hard,
he
dude.
said.
You are,
You
you're
know,
tripping.
you know what you said.
You're
Watch,
tripping.
watch it back, Leo. Watch it back.
What?
Yeah,
Why am I being accused?
Yeah, dude.
It's
I
like
reckon
James that
that's
says
it.
something, then Audion's like, "Fuck you, Travis."
No,
Then
I said
and then you're
watch-
like, "Cleo,
watch
you
it
need to
back.
watch your back."
Yeah,
I
watch
said
it back,
watch
Leo.
it back, meaning the podcast.
Yeah, I'll watch
Yeah.
it back and hear James.
Alright, took 5 tabs.
Ah, so do you boys want to spin a wheel or something?
Yeah,
Yeah. I haven't been on the podcast, so you should just like
Yeah,
I'll
just do
volunteer to
Kiwi.
go
Spin it.
first.
Alright,
Yeah.
no, we'll spin it, and if it comes up with some of the usuals, we'll just do it again. so the story that we'll be doing today is
We'll just
high
keep
stories. High stories.
Keep
Oh,
going.
no.
You're really spinning to get.
Taj.
Oh no.
Oh,
Alright,
yeah, say
what
what-
story do I do?
There has to be a high story.
Do I do the plan?
I do the
Or do I do towering it? Ooh.
Well, I haven't told him.
Oh.
when me and
Alright.
Cards were just sitting in McDonald's.
Alright. So okay, we're in Towering. We're chilling with George.
Thank
We
you.
just get
You-
there,
Yeah, we
And
just
we're
got there.
so and we're
Hey.
like, oh, we'll go get some food.
Hold on,
James,
let me
let the
mute
man
him.
talk.
Yeah, shut
Let
up,
me
James.
mute him.
Yeah, it's his
Alright.
story.
So, we just pulled up at George's and we're like, you know, let's go do something. So, we went to the park next to his house. You know, James is rolling up. It's getting hot. And, you know, we smoked the joint.
Allegedly, though.
But yeah,
Allegedly.
Oh, nah, I'm a Christian, so. But yeah, we go to McDonald's and James buys some fucking ice cream, cunt. John's ordering from McDonald's. he just looked over at James, and James is just sitting there like fucking bent over, pretty much gone,
You're not
fucking just
Minded as
munching, bro.
Motherfucker.
And at this time, we pulled up and we met George's mate, bro.
What a
This guy had never met us in our lives, bro. And bro, we're just there, fucking dead.
fucked as just munching food. Like,
The first thing they
I-
fucking said to me, they're like, "Oh, are you the guy that put his dick in a shoe?"
and then Brody thought you were gay.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know. Brody thought I was gay, and then the next time I saw her, she's like, "Oh, I know, and she's like, oh, sorry, I thought you were gay, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck, and so yeah,
Yeah, no, when you were hanging out, oh, wasn't it when you hooked up with Nirvana?
yeah.
And after that, she
Yeah.
thought you were gay.
Oh.
Or
Yeah,
like
I
she
would. Who the hell
realised-
would go for Nirvana?
Ugh.
Is that
Like,
why she thought you were gay?
No, like, God, bro.
I'm kidding.
What
I'm
was
being
his target?
To be fair,
sarcastic.
Brody and
I'm so
Navina
confused
used to
with
live
this one.
together.
Who?
Brody and Navina.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Navina was living at Brody's for like 2 months. I don't know. Something like that.
Oh, it's tough times for those Murray's.
And you continue with the story, Taj.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That was the story.
What the
Oh,
yeah,
congratulations. Wait, where was the? Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
I don't.
we ate ice cream.
Yeah, you chased into the park, smoked in the day.
I don't have any good stories, to be honest.
That's
Nah.
a good.
Give
I
me-
know.
How
I
about
like
when your
it.
first-
bomb
I
was
like
in
it.
Lego's car?
First time.
It was cool. Yeah, that
Your
was
first
cool.
time.
Nah,
Shut up, superior
It's
human
not like
being,
it's-
Arion.
We've all done it. We got super high and just went to McDonald's, right? What's
well,
Yeah,
I don't.
but bro, okay.
You
here's-
don't understand. It
guys
was the
don't
funniest
understand. It
fucking
was-
thing.
Bro, I can remember myself and how I felt, and I just know I was so fucking gone. Like I was.
Okay.
The thing that James does when he's eating ice cream when he's high,
Yeah,
he
and
really
it's
like
stuck-
he really like puts his mouth over it and just really like
Like he's deep throating it.
yeah.
No, I'm
bro,
eating
he's
it like
slobbing on
normal
that
shit.
shit.
He does it like he's sucking the tip, you know?
Ugh.
Have you seen him do that before?
What sucking
Yeah,
the tip?
he fucking called me up on it many times.
James did it all. First time I saw James fucking eat ice cream, he did it as well.
I
Yeah,
understand
it's just the
now.
way because I got
Yeah,
into
it's
a
hard.
habit. I got into a habit of blowing like.
Blow
Oh!
Yeah, blowing your eyes.
First
That's
time
why
I
Leo and James
sick
are such
nights
good
couldn't
friends.
eat up
He used to get
Yeah.
to practice it whenever he
Yeah,
can.
bro.
Yeah,
They
bro.
I
both help
blow
each
it
other.
all the time. I don't even.
Yeah,
fucking-
we know.
Do you guys want to spin the wheel again?
Also blowing your sister's
Sure.
titties, cunt.
Just because you want to change the subject of James fucking sucking your dick.
Yeah, fair.
I've got nothing wrong with that,
And his
man.
sister's titties.
I mean, what a friend's
No,
for.
I was talking
Douche,
about
douche,
Arion's
douche, douche, douche.
titties.
Oh, you're talking about Arion's sister's titties, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shut the fuck up about my sister.
yeah.
I'll
Bro.
kill you.
Hey,
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Alright, spin it.
wait, Arion, did that ever happen? Did she get a fucking breast reduction?
Hush,
Yeah.
hush, 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 hush. Okay, the story will
Still
be.
looking finer than ever.
Shut the fuck up, James, you sick cunt.
The story will be embarrassing stories, and it will be told by.
Oh no.
Duke
Surely
Keone.
not.
Duke Keone.
It'll be told by Keone.
There you go.
Oh.
It actually landed on Keone.
Wow.
Um,
The
That's so
Georgia
unlucky.
incident?
bro, no, I can't talk about that. We just got that dub stepped, bro. You know I got. Nah, fucking embarrassing story. Let's think about this for a second. Oh, bro, I remember this mean. It was like last year. I was at Ooga Booga Sam's house. He's probably
Uh-huh.
watches this podcast.
He does. He
But
subscribes.
Dalton.
yeah, the
Dalton
caveman
subscribe.
guy. Yeah.
Travis, he hasn't. noticed.
Danger Gang.
Let me tell my fucking story, Danger Gang.
We're
Yo,
douche
Danger.
gang out here. We're not dating.
Yeah, we're douche gang.
Douche
Douche
gap
gang, your mum. Yvette was the first. Anyway, and like, before we got there, we got like a hundy bed, allegedly, because Xavier gave Ben $100 for no apparent reason. So we just got a hundy bed, and we smoked like half the thing. And then Allegedly.
Wow.
And then I got to the party and I drank like half a bottle of vodka mixed with juice. And about an hour in, I passed out. Like I literally just fell to the floor and passed out on a couch. And they were telling me about how Molly, James's girlfriend, was grabbing me by the collar and was trying to fight me while I was like knocked out. And like there's like photos of it like grabbing me by the collar and shaking me and shit. And like I fucking passed out, and Tiana, Bradson's girlfriend, took photos of me, and I was like, what the fuck? And then here's the part that was really embarrassing for me was I woke up in the at 5 a.m. and like I needed to take a massive shit, bro. And, like I go into Sam's bathroom, which is just by the couch, but just by the like lounge area if you've ever been there, and some chick had like broken the toilet, like the part of the toilet, and like the toilet, like the toilet roll part, and like it didn't contain the sound properly. So when I took my massive shit, it was like a like, and it was some loud ass shit, and like
Echoed.
Yeah, it echoed everywhere, and like there's like Olivia and Molly like sleeping like 5 meters away from the toilet, bro, and I fucking bombed that shit. And they were like, "Oh, stinky,"
No.
and like I was already like half drunk, and like I barely knew where I was, and I went out to the tent. There was a tent outside at Sam's. And I was like, who the fuck's in there? And then like Lucas comes out, he's like, what you want? I was like, where the fuck am I? And he's like, oh, yo, you're still at Sam's, bro. I was like, what am I doing at Sam's? He's like, you fucking passed out. It's like, oh, all good. And then I just sat there for like 2 hours with his mum, douche, and and then she like kept trying to give me coffee, bro. She's like, I insist I gave you coffee. Good ass part was like, there was no one to give me like a ride back except for Astaria, bro. And like everyone was like high-key beefing. And I was like, bro, can I get like a ride back to like the corner of the road? And like I had to get a ride with her and her like crazy mum. They were like talking about stupid vegetarian plastic shit. And I was like, oh. And like, oh, just it was awkward silence for me. She's like, oh, it's just such an embarrassing time of my life. But
it's the worst when you ever sat in like your friend's parents' car and it's just.
Oh yeah, but it's not my friend. It's like this.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's just that stupid. Oh.
I sat on the way to what's that chick in year 13 that had the after ball thing?
Serena.
Yeah, Serena. On the way to Serena's from Poppy's, I sat in the back of Poppy's dad's car with Aurelia.
Buzz.
With Aurelia, but that wasn't too bad.
I think Aurelia's like the devil's daughter. There's no way she's that nice.
Nah, bro.
She's
She's a Terminator, bro.
Travis just was sending me pictures of Keone when he was very drunk.
Oh, yeah, you can pull those up.
Snitch, dude. You had to snitch.
Bro. Wait, what? I didn't knock on you. What the hell are you even talking about, you dumb bitch?
No, Leo. What are you
why are you fucking sending like things to him with me drunk, bro? Oh, true. Oh, Arion, send him that fucking video of me. You know that one I'm talking about, baby boy.
What the?
The one at Ben's. Remember when I spilt the thing on my shirt and I turned my shirt into a crop top?
I already sent him a photo of that.
Yeah, he sent me a photo of that.
Yeah, I used to be a drunk mess, bro.
Used to be.
I don't do that anymore, bro.
Last week.
What happened last week?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Don't quit. Ooh, wait. Nah, nothing happened last week. Nah, bro, all shit. Nah. Yeah, nah, I didn't do anything. I didn't take my shirt off.
That's what he remembers.
Do you guys want to spin the wheel again, or?
Nah, Leo, I reckon you should talk about you and Kenny at school. Can I remember you want to talk about?
Oh, yes, at
let's
primary
go.
school. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Alright.
So, me and Keone went to primary school together, allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Okay, so me and Keone went to primary school together, and we were the best of friends. And
Go.
we started a club. We started a club called Happy Nappy.
Lame?
Bro, it was
Guys,
gangster.
It was gangster
Bro, we
as
were
fuck.
like,
we were actually ripping the gang, and fucking. It started off as just like a little club. We just did like activities and shit. I don't know why we started. It was just like
yeah, it was like
active
type of
detective work, bro.
Yeah,
I
it was
kind of
like-
thought we were like a detective agency, like we help people and stuff.
yeah, we like if people had problems and shit, we were just there like,
Yeah,
yo, Happy
we were like
Nappy, come help us out.
Magnum PI,
You
you know?
were peer mediators.
We were like peer
No.
mediators, but we were
Oh.
sort of like cool ones. You know?
Peer
Ruthless.
supporters.
We were ruthless.
Yeah,
So if like
we were
someone,
like,
yeah,
yeah.
like we didn't use the teachers, you know, we ain't no snitches and shit.
Respect.
Yeah.
And so anyway, we started Happy Nappy, our little club, and we even had badges and stuff.
Ooh, not the badges.
We got the badges, right? And then Happy Nappy sort of died for a while. Like for about a couple months, it sort of nothing really happened. And one day, one fateful morning tea, our arch enemies started their club, and their club was named Baby Army.
We were 8 at the time, and the baby army was run by Oliver Olive himself. And,
Oliver,
Like, it had,
Oliver
like-
and his side hoe Trinity with the rank.
it had like 50 members, bro.
They had 50
They were, like-
members.
and it was only me and Leo.
No, we had a
Leo-
couple more. I'm pretty sure we had like 4.
We had, like-
we had recruited 4.
Yeah, like a couple people on the side, but they didn't come up and help us fight them.
No, yeah.
It's
me
only
and
me and you that
me and
went up
Keone
there.
were on the front line. So our arch enemy were Baby Army, and we completely disagreed with their views. The thing is that
What were their views?
our school had this our school had a ring of bush around it, and people used to make huts in the bush. And so me and Keone, I'm pretty sure we had a little hut in the bush. And Baby Army owned this big patch, this big hut at the very top of the hill that had a big lookout, and that was like the prime spot. That's where everyone like wanted to build their
Yeah.
hut, but there was like no one ever could because people like used to always fight over it, and it was just like too much of a risky spot.
Yeah, it was war when you went over there.
Yeah, and so we were somewhere on the side. We were sort of keeping it on the low key, and all of a sudden, Baby Army emerged with all Trinity, everyone. There was about 50 people in there. And,
Yeah.
How did you not hear
I
that
wasn't.
And the thing is that Baby Army, they were ruthless.
Yeah, they were.
Like the thing is,
Dude.
they weren't afraid to like hit you with rakes and shit.
Yeah, and like beat you up. We were walking up the hill, and Black Jaden, who's not with us at the moment, remember he ran down and he rushed you, and he like tried to put your face in the mud.
Yeah.
He was like in the gang, and I remember having to have like a full-on like fight for my life against Trinity.
I think that was the
And,
final
like,
fight. There was a
yeah,
couple-
yeah, because I remember it got stopped by the teacher because I slapped Trinity. And I got in trouble for it.
Fuck off.
No, there were a
Yeah.
couple battles. There were quite a few battles, and I remember we used to go up with our little badges, and they were Happy Nappy badges with our names on them and stuff.
And we'd be like, stop. Like,
We're
no,
like, stop,
like,
Happy
you're under
Nappy.
arrest.
And then like
Yeah.
they had like their guards there, and like Ollie Olive was like sitting in his throne, you know, ordering people
Actually,
around.
I got
It was
Yeah.
sort of, and
IT kids.
and then you
That's
just
a
hear.
weird kids.
You
I
just
didn't know I
you
had
just
that
hear the
there.
guards, and they're like intruders, and
Yeah,
then,
and then, yeah.
Bro, we
You
were
remember-
so much cooler.
Hold on, I got a
Wow.
good
You guys
topic.
are lame as
To versus white primary, bro.
Ah, don't even. There's too many of you guys.
yeah, it's just like me, Keone, and George.
Like primary for life, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, right out.
Fucking primary.
Bro, at least we had
sucked.
shoes.
Bro,
Jaden didn't.
Having no shoes is cool, bro.
Nah, bro, Far Cry Primal Shakar looking ass. At least we can tie them, bro. And we didn't
I
piss
could
in our
tie.
pool.
I had to tie Taj's shoes for him. So
oh, when I was in like year 10. Oh.
Yeah, bro, but wait, we didn't piss in the pool and shit. We didn't have a pool, but
Yeah,
you know,
we
but
had a
you
pool.
abused
We had, like,
your
puddles
bro.
and shit,
we
bro.
pooed in it.
I openly
Not
admit
even
to
kidding.
pissing
There
in
was
it.
so much like human feces
I'm-
in that thing.
Dude, I've never pissed in a pool before.
Okay,
Bro, I
that's a
told-
lie.
No,
I've never
Nah.
actually pissed in a pool.
I've
Cool.
never
Doubt,
pissed in a
bro.
pool.
I've done it so much.
I've never pissed in a pool. always
Allegedly.
fucking disgusting.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
but sometimes you just like
No,
look at
never.
you
Only-
just look
only-
at your friend and you're like, damn, this is gonna be a warm one.
Nah, but Keone, do you remember? Do you
Yeah.
remember the final fight between Baby Army and Happy Nappy? The
Nah,
most
it was
ruth. It was the
like
most ruthless
8
fight of them
years.
all. It was the most ruthless fight of them all, and I still have like memory. I remember we.
Okay,
We tried
what's
to-
so ruthless about it? What?
I will tell you what's ruthless. I will tell you what's ruthless. Me and
Okay,
Keone snuck up behind enemy lines through the bush.
That's not
I remember this.
Carry
Shut
on.
the fuck up, you
Shut
cunt.
up, James.
And then all of a sudden, I remember I see Trinity, and then she makes eye contact with me when I'm sneaking around in the bush trying to steal
She
their stuff.
raped
And she had a,
She kissed him.
no, and she had a very large rake, and then she started chasing me with this very large rake, and she thwopped me right across the face with that rake.
With their massive cock.
And then everyone
Bro,
started charging at me and Keone.
Fast.
And they had fucking because I was like in the bush. She like whacked me straight across the face with a rake, and like they were actually going hard. They would like beat you up and shit like. And I like and I remember after that was the last fight because there were too many injuries and so it got shut down and people were no longer allowed to make huts in the bush.
Yeah, just we got the shit kicked out of us
Yeah.
by a bunch of fucking 8-year-olds.
By a bunch of fucking little girls.
It was 2v like
It
45.
was-
Do you remember when
That
Trinity-
eel?
the
Yeah,
eel was fur?
I've been trying to get to this story the whole time. Bro, we want. I think before then she might have gone.
Nah,
I
Cam, she
fucking-
was still at primary. Because I remember she came a year later and we were like, "Hey, it's the eel whisperer." And she chucked some like fucking fruit at you.
Yeah, some rotten fruit. Nah, so when me and Taj first met her, we're in Rocky Bay catching eels out of that pond. And she came up and she like thought she was top shit. Like she was like, "Oh, I'll like trying to like go down
She was
to the
tall,
bank."
lad.
Yeah, she was like
Yeah.
going down to the bank and trying to like grab them out of the water and that, like trying to get real close. And she was like, "Oh, I'll be back and I'll go get my own net and I've got a massive net and I'm gonna catch so much." And she comes back and like she's putting her net in, you know, it's an alright size net. And then she just she stretches out too far and she goes plop straight into the sinker. Scared all the eels and like fully was like rummaging around and like you know the fucking
Was she
shitty
screaming?
yeah, you know the water next to the barbecue in Rocky, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I went there like a
That's
couple
right.
of days ago.
That-
It's dreadful.
Yeah, it's not nice water. And she fell in there and she like she got out and she's like, "Oh no. Oh well, I'll be fine." Like good on her for that. Like but then
Shout out to you, Trinity.
Yeah, shout out Trinity.
Actually, boys, we need an update on Arion's love life.
Oh.
What
What is that? Non-existent?
Says
We need
you.
an update on everyone's love life. What's up with yours, Arion?
I don't know, George. Tell us.
Arion,
Yeah.
what's yours, mate?
Yeah.
I don't know. I love my new car.
Oh,
A little too much.
Not the car, fucking. Come on, mate.
Nothing wrong with that.
Shut the fuck up.
I love March Rook.
Shut up. I'm trying to get me a job at Placemakers actually.
I bet you are. You
He
cunt.
reckons he's gonna be cutting wood at placemaker.
No, you
can't
won't.
do that. You
Bro,
Yeah,
there's
that's-
actually people that are like trained.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do
Oh,
that.
I'm keen to do anything that doesn't have food
You
involved.
should drive
with
the
it.
forklift, not the garden.
Bro, come work
Go,
for me.
nah, go seasonal, man. Trust me.
I'd be pretty keen just to work the garden center. That's what my mum did.
Dude,
Bro,
it's
yeah.
really
You could drive forklifts around there, bro.
Mount for the summer.
Huh?
Drive forklifts around the back.
Come work with me and Mount for the summer because I need someone to scoop ice creams for 9 hours a day.
Oh, fuck off. I mean it's keeping ice creams, but I mean I just cannot do that again.
I heard your dog shit at it, bro.
Yeah.
I was
straight up.
I was horrible at first, but I
He
got
cracked
better at
so
it.
many
I
cans.
remember when you fucking made me a milkshake. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. It was pretty dog shit.
Yeah, no. Well, okay, nah. Milkshakes are not good. I feel bad for people I made coffees for. That was okay. That's it. Like they were the most.
Bro, how
that's the
can you
thing.
make a... Bro, how'd you make...
What can you
bad
expect from a dairy though? What can you expect?
Yeah, that's true. Like whoever buys coffees from dairies.
Hey,
is
I don't know. I
How about
expect
that
quality
$6
over quantity, man.
sausage roll from the new Palm Beach Dairy?
Pardon?
How about the $6 sausage roll?
Oh, okay.
Oh
The new
my
Palm Beach Dairy is
God.
so expensive.
Rank.
Yeah, bro, the toasties are like $5.50. Nigga, this is some cheese, bro.
It's
Like,
tuck shop
what are
price.
you charging?
No, what
Like,
they're trying to
the
do,
fuck?
what they're trying to is they're trying to make, they're from Auckland, right? So they're trying to make everything gourmet, but they don't understand that people on Waiheke just want fucking some like the longest drinks in town, you know? They don't want any like $9
Oh, bro,
milkshakes.
I've
I
still
could
got that
die
shirt,
for a
George.
milkshake right
Longest
now.
dick in town.
Yeah, that was so funny.
You'd have to go
Do
to
you wanna
Nas
tell
for
that
that.
story?
That's not even a story. We just taped a piece of paper that said.
How's Nas going, Keone?
Oh, nice cup.
All good, bro.
Yeah, hard.
I
hate
hope he
that.
gets a girlfriend soon.
The
Someone
thing
needs,
is,
someone needs to wipe
I'd
Nas
feel
up.
bad for the girlfriends because, god damn, is he packing?
Bro, he's packing a fucking like 17-inch plasma TV in there, bro. Like,
No cap, bro.
yeah.
What?
Bro.
I'm so confused. What are we
We're talking about Nas. Talking about
Yeah.
Nas. He's packing heat, bro.
How do you know?
She's got a.
Cause he's Fijian. And they say big feet, big meat, and his shoes are like double my size, bro. Like, what the fuck?
That's true, bro.
Like, they're like it's like a Subway. Like, you know, it's like a foot long. Like,
It's like a
foot.
foot long.
That's because
yeah,
it is
bro.
a foot, bro.
Yeah, but like, no.
No way. Is his foot a foot long?
No, but
Yikes.
like,
brain tumor.
you know, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I'd bang Nas.
Yeah, I just feel like me and Nas we're not at good terms at the moment because he just keeps on stealing my girls.
What?
But
Since
it
when did he
just be,
fuck Crystal?
Yeah.
bro.
Did he
How'd you not know?
What?
Yeah, he did. He did. He douched it. He douched Georgia, bro. I saw it with my own eyes.
Georgia. What?
Yeah, bro. Straight facts. No cap.
Really? Surely not.
Bro.
No, Nas is still a
You're
sweet
so
virgin.
dumb, okay.
I'm
Nas
not
is
dumb,
like
I haven't been
nice.
there
He
in
wouldn't-
so long.
Bro, Nas is
You were
Virgin
here
Mary.
I
last
just think Nas
week.
would douches his guitar.
Nah, Nas would do a respectful douche.
Yeah, obvious.
Yeah, he would. He'd like make her like coffee afterwards and like tuck her in and like kiss her on the forehead
He'd
after
like
completely
apologize, bro.
ruining her. Yeah, bro. And
Oh, I didn't even say anything. It just shut my shit down.
I might have a bit of news, boys.
oh
no.
shit.
You're gay?
Oh no.
Is it Mrs.
I'm an uncle?
Prego's?
Fuck. Leo, you're gonna be an uncle.
Yay!
No way.
No, he's joking.
Fucking-
Okay,
That'd be mean,
I was really hoping that you weren't joking because if one of you boys had a
I'm
kid,
not
that'd be me.
Hey, aren't you
No,
having one?
No way.
You are you sure you're not joking, George?
Taj is
Yeah.
too.
What are you gonna name it?
Leo.
I'm so blessed, bro.
No,
Thank you.
I was thinking about that the other night. What the fuck would you name your kid?
I'd name my kid Stefan
Joking.
Lorenzo.
I'd name it
Yikes.
Sporticus, bro.
Oh, you'd have two first names. You're evil.
Stefan.
George would name it
Stefan
like
Lorenzo.
Compliment Crusher.
I'd name it
Crusher.
Hugh.
You'd name it
Janus.
like hot and spicy fucking wings, some shit from KFC.
That's what my
Like-
dad.
Hey, I'd
Name-
respect
name-
that, bro. They slap.
Sweet and
You gotta
sour
name it
sauce.
Snack box or some shit.
The superstar meal, bro. Fuck.
Yo, Edge Feast, come here.
Edge face. What the fuck?
Super deluxe family box, come here, bro.
Yo, bro,
Yeah.
$34.90 family meal. Come over here.
Hey,
Yeah.
12-piece quarter pack bucket. George, 3 sides. Come here.
It was a free Mora bar.
Bro, Imagine if you
Please.
named if you named your son after Big Smoke's auto from fucking GTA. That'd be mean as. 2 number 45s and number 9 large. That'd be they have to read that out at prize giving.
Of the roll call outs.
I feel like James or someone's the type of like guy to give his kid like a name, so when they say it in prize giving, it's like, this goes out to Hugh Janus.
And then he goes, and you hear his little
You just hear James in the background. Hugh Janus.
To be honest, that would be me, bro.
Yeah.
The James's laugh is
Yeah, James's laugh was great.
yeah, I mean it's a decent.
Oh my
We did
god.
a podcast about aliens and acid.
Guys.
No, we didn't. There was acid part cut out.
Oh,
'cause of
that's
Guys.
What?
Guys, some bad news.
Oh no.
He's trolling.
Oh
there's no
fuck.
way he fucks up that 2 times in a row.
No, it was
He's
recording.
trolling.
No, it was recording the first time I checked it, and now it's just not done it again because instant replay was on.
Okay, is it recorded or not?
No, it hasn't recorded. It's just recorded the gameplay.
I'm not recording.
Nah, just
Wait.
kidding. Hee.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna actually never thought to do that.
We actually kidding?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
that was pretty good acting though. You have to admit.
Top 10
Yeah,
actors
man.
of all time.
It was approximately like year 9. And you know, classic wacky. It was a beach party, of course, but you know,
I haven't been to one of those. What's that like?
allegedly.
It was an alleged beach party.
So, you know, we're getting on it. This was when George was coming to the island. I think you might remember this, Leo.
Yeah, maybe.
And TK, he got it just a little bit too shit faced. And I can remember he was gone, bro. He was like full dead. This man's fell in the like little low stream, bro. And everyone was like, "Oh shit, ain't okay." Went to look after him, but fucking George pulled up, bro, and he had KFC, and we're like, "Oh shit." So fucking me and George snuck up and ate KFC, and we lost TK. And we actually spent like an hour
Dude,
because
how
you
greedy are you, bro?
No.
You ate all the cake.
nah, you guys went looking for me and George and TK. Fucking, we went looking for TK, bro, and it was like an hour of none of us seeing each other. And then, didn't you guys find TK in a fucking bush? Like, comb it out, bro.
I don't think I was there.
Oh, it might have. I swear you were there.
I'm pretty sure I was
No.
in Nelson at the time.
Yeah, you might have been it. With James and someone, bro. They fucking found TK just combed in a.
Oh.
And then me and George were lost for like an hour, and
And-
we found each other. Shit.
Taj, is this your first time drinking?
Yes.
Is that
Wow.
your last time?
Oh,
Why, Taj?
It doesn't even
What
sound that
made you
bad.
Like
Stop.
proper drinking. I
What
just
ma-
don't like it, bro. I'm not a fan, you know.
Sure no.
experience back then. How long was that? Year 9? It'd be so much
Yeah.
different now.
True.
True.
It wasn't like a bad experience. I just didn't like the buzz, you know. Maybe
Yeah.
it's because it was a beach party though.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's every
Beach
time.
parties are so bad. They're like last place, and then just above it is like a bad Nico party.
Nico's. Yeah, Nico.
Yeah. No offense if you're watching this, Nico. It's not your fault.
It's just
What?
he just does quantity over quality, you know.
Yeah.
He just busts them out like every day.
Yeah, he's like, party today, boys.
That's kind of all good though. He's always like, I guess something. Oh, yeah.
Well, it's cause he's consistently inconsistent.
It's like the McDonald's of parties, you know. It's like
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
McDonald's is pretty pog. It's more like the.
The Burger King.
In
think
classic
it's pretty-
year 9 party, bro, we ended up sleeping on the fucking sails at
Yeah.
Livonia, bro.
the buzz, the
And that
sales.
shit
Oh
was
my
so
god,
cold.
I've done that.
It
I
was
hate
so
that, bro.
cold.
It's freezing cold. You get all the wind.
And the cops
Dude.
pulled up and like stopped some RG party, bro, and we're just chilling on this fucking sails like.
Yeah, I was sleeping on the sails one time with Ohu, and a cop came and like sat beneath me, and started eating a sandwich, and I freaked out a bit.
She's like, yo, can I have a bite?
Imagine that, just whisper to him, hey, psst.
Hey, down there. Hey.
Please.
Yeah, fuck.
Give us a bite. Is Arion
Those,
here?
Yeah.
Remember when we found the key to that fucking holiday home?
No way.
Allegedly.
Oh,
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But no, don't. Whatever.
It was just me and Jaden. We just found the key. We were about to go inside, and then I think Sophie bitched out or Jane bitched out.
Arion, you are muted right now.
Wait, Leo, weren't you there with me? Or was it me and Arion? So me and Arion were having some waka Chinese on the beach.
Oh, not the Waka Chinese.
Those were the days.
Yeah, and then we found that holiday house key.
Did we?
I mean, you bitched out in nap time early because you'd work the next day.
Oh.
So me and Jaden we found the key. Someone bitched out.
Did you go to the holiday house, like in it?
No, someone bitched out.
Oh, he bitched out.
Well, why didn't you just go without them?
What?
Yeah.
Because what's the
'Cause
point
he's
of
a
doing
bitch.
that?
Because you bitched out also.
Hey, if I'm gonna get caught, I'm gonna get caught with someone else, alright?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
if
nah,
one
fair
person
enough.
bitched out, you're worth more than one.
Arion and Taj. I'm pretty sure you two were there when we had drinks with Marley and we checked out
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute.
And you checked out what?
Hold on, something's happening in the background with Taj.
No?
Oh really?
No, Trevor's on mute. Trevor, I want to hear this.
Nah. When we had drinks with Marley, me, you, and Taj, and I cooked up some eggs. You remember that?
Oh my god.
I remember who was doing the I'm pretty sure it was you, Taj, who was being
It
the
was
sober
me.
driver.
I didn't drink
Leo's
it.
eggs are dog shit, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Bro, that was so funny.
But anyway, how did the night started at the night started at Little O, and I remember it was Tane's party, I think it was, and and he was lighting fireworks off.
Yeah.
And he was lighting fireworks off, and everyone was shooting each other, and then Etienne popped a Manu off that rock onto the sand.
He's so stupid.
Hearty.
I remember that.
And then I remember we went back to the phone booth. 5 minutes later, a cop car pulls up, and all the boys gap, and I'm pretty sure I was a little bit stony
Sitting on the
baloney.
swings?
Yeah, and I was at the bus stop, and the cop pulled up, and everyone runs away, hides under boats, and me and like some other people, I'm like looking, and I like turn around, there's a cop there, and I'm like, oh, where's the cop here? And then they come, and then they like ask for our names and like ask our addresses and shit, and I was like, that was my first like real police encounter I had, and I pooed myself a bit. Then after that, I met Marley, and it was me, you, Arion, Taj, and we're like, yo, we should go back to mine, have some drinks on the beach, maybe.
Classic.
A classic. And
That was the day that Boat Shed Bay burnt down. Remember we
yeah, I
went
know
around
they
Oh,
when they burnt
yeah.
down. Oh my god. When they burnt down Boat Shed Bay. I'm sorry, like
Right.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Why-
Synchronized, right?
why-
Synchronized.
Yeah, I'm laughing at that. That just sounds so funny.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And then I was like to my mum, we went to bed, and then there was like 5 of us in the room, and we snuck out, and we put like pillows
We
under the
snuck
blankets and
people in.
shit.
Remember-
We snuck people. No,
snuck
that was
Marley in.
after. That was after. Oh no, we did sneak him in. We snuck Marley in the house, played some like
Wait.
GTA or something.
Mateo was there, bro.
Mateo was there.
Dude, what the fuck?
Yay.
Because I remember we're sneaking them in, and Mateo like fucking smashes in. He was like, like,
He's like,
What's your
he's like, fuck. That
Dude.
was
Wanna get
And-
up out of here?
And then after that, we left, and we like put pillows under the blankets, and then we went down to the beach, and we had, I think, a bottle of whiskey or Bailey's, I think, and then we walked around to Boat Shed Bay to where the house had just recently burnt down. I think they did it on purpose, eh? Yeah,
they
did.
they burned it down on purpose as a training exercise, and then
And build a new house.
and built a new house there. And we were walking through the embers and shit, and then we walked back to my house because we were hungry. And so I went into my kitchen. I forgot that we snuck out. And so I walked into the kitchen, turned all the lights on, cooked up some eggs, and then just left again. And
Remember, I was on the couch with you, bro.
yeah,
But
and then we went back up to the car. I left all the lights on. I just like left everything out on the bench, and we just had some
Did you
eggs.
leave the fry pan on?
Nah. Oh, I went up to the car, and the boys didn't even want to eat my eggs. It was kind of sad.
Because
That was
that
awesome,
shit
nothing.
stunk. Because we're eating it in his sister's car, and it just made the whole car smell like fucking eggs.
Yeah. And then we were walking back, I remember. And then I just see Marley, and he's like talking, and then he leans on a bush. He leans on a bush, and I just see him falling backwards with his feet in the air, falling down this massive hill. And then who was it that tried to save him?
That was me.
And then Arion went down trying to save him, and I just see him fuck himself going down the hill, and just
Yeah, I fucked my leg up trying to get down that
just
hill.
slips down the
He
hill.
literally fell so far.
And
down.
everyone is like on the road screaming their fucking asses off. It was the funniest thing in the world. Like, I honestly think that's the funniest thing that ever happened to me, just seeing Marley go down, feet in the air, and then seeing Arion like, I'll save you. And then him fucking himself. And we went down to the beach. And that house was still in renovation. And so we just went on the what do you call it? What do you do, Arion?
Yeah.
What do you
The
Scaffold.
scaffold.
Yeah, we just went onto the scaffolding, and we just had some drinks up there, and it was pretty chill. Like, it was just
Didn't the cops like fucking drive
yeah,
past? And
yeah.
we
The
were like,
cops the cops drove past as usual, and then we freaked out and ran away. Then we went back up to the house, and we went to bed with about 3 people. Like, my mom thought 3 people were staying at the house. Then we went back to the house, and Mateo and Marley also stayed around at my house. And I woke up in the morning, and I walk outside, and my mom is about to walk into my room, and I quickly shut the door, and I'm like, no, you're not allowed to go in. And she's like,
That's so sus.
and she's like, why not? And I'm like, the boys are getting changed, and then
Just all the boys.
just all the boys naked in there. And then she's like, by the way, Leo, I know you snuck out last night, and you know that feeling. It's like, no, what are you talking about?
What?
What? And she's like, I went into your room after you cooked up fucking eggs and left all the lights on, and I went into your room and there was no one there, and there was just pillows on the blankets, and I also heard you screaming at the top of the road.
I felt so
Yeah, but
awkward.
did,
That was
did
my
you know that
first
2 more
time.
people went? Was
No, she never found that out.
No, we should tell her when she gets home.
Yeah.
That was my first time going to fucking Leo. And,
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh shit.
And I just felt so awkward, bro. That shit was so awkward.
I know you snuck out.
At
Ooh.
at 2 in the morning, this man just comes home and fucking cooks eggs.
And leaves everything.
Dude, I do that all the time.
I just think I was so
We were
stupid,
year
bro. We were
8 at the time,
sneaking
wasn't
out, and then I just walk into the house, cook some eggs, walk out, slam the fucking door, and then leave again.
Bro, do you remember on the bus going to your house, my mum's friends were heard bottles clinking in my bag?
Yeah.
Oh, what's that in your bag? Having a good night or some shit, bro. And because, we're fucking year 8, so I was like, oh shit. Nah, bro, it's the Schweppes bottles. And fucking, oh my god.
I remember that buzz when you're trying to sneak the beer bottles, and then they clink.
bro.
I remember I was getting
Yeah.
a ride with Taj's
My
dad,
dad.
and then I had a bunch of bottles in the back of my bag, and then I he turns and they just all clink, and I just see Taj looking at me like, I'm like,
Did he
fuck.
even realize?
Nah.
No, I don't think so.
Probably just thought they were his.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Doesn't drink anymore, though.
Uh, Respect.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that why you don't drink, Josh?
Yeah,
Oh,
stuff that shit.
Arion.
Mhm.
Dude, now that you guys were talking about all this stuff, bro, it reminded me of the story that I've been like wanting to tell Arion for like a little while.
What
So
is
like,
it?
nah, Arion is pretty fucking fun.
Why don't you
So
share
like,
with the group?
yeah, I'm sharing it. I'm sharing it with all you guys. Like,
Thank you.
I was talking with this girl that like I
know
went to
you.
my school with me, and she's friends with well, she kind of used to be friends with us. And yeah, I know Arion. I know you guys had the sex once, but anyway,
That's a
Oof.
pile of shit.
Ooh, that's what the stories are. We can get into that later.
allegedly.
had sex with
And
this
then,
girl.
No way.
We can get into that later.
And,
They're all good.
Anyway, she was telling me about how she writes on this this like writing site, like a website for like, you know, like
What, like Reddit or something?
edgy teens.
Yeah.
They write like fan fictions and
R
stuff
slash
like
edgy
that.
teens. R slash fanfic.
And I found some of the fan fiction.
No.
Like, I don't know if I can find the link now, bro, but
Don't
like,
say it had Arion in it.
but but like some of them were like, there was stuff like Thor was her drunk uncle that she got high
That
with, and
beat
then
her.
she'd like make out with like a girl and stuff. But like the one that I found, oh my god, there was one with Arion in it, bro. It was like a full-on fiction with Arion.
Oh yeah, what was it about?
Yeah.
I've never even
He,
spoken
like-
to her in my life.
It was like
Yes, you
he
have.
like
No, I
he like
Dude, we know you do, Steve.
yeah.
Relax.
Shut
He
up,
like-
Travis.
You like bumped into her or something like that,
Shut up.
and then like
Was his dick?
you didn't know it was her because you're like such a tall, beautiful man, and you weren't like looking down. No, these are like the words.
Oh,
and then you
what?
like, yeah, there's like the fan fiction, and then you like looked down on, and you were like, oh my god, you're so cute, like, but it was like in detail, like the
Based off a true
muscular
story.
chiseled body of the jock boy Arion. Down on me. Oh my god, are you new? You're so cute. Like, do you want to? You should let
You
me
wanna get
take
up
you
outta
out on a
here?
date. Yeah, something like that, bro. But
No
oh my
way.
god,
Alright, cons. Thank you for watching the BOC podcast. I hope you have
Yeah.
a good day, a good night.
Going good.
yeah, later.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
Adios.
Yeah.
Love you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.